Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Varshini, and for today's video, as you already know by the title, we're going to be doing a video on divisibility rules. So firstly, before starting this video, let me tell you a brief introduction of what is divisibility rules. Divisibility rules are simple tricks that are used for huge digits of numbers to know whether they're divisible by any kind of smaller number. So in today's video, we're going to be knowing the divisibility rules from 1 to 9. So before starting, let's know the learning objective of today's video. Today, we're going to be learning the divisibility rules of all the numbers from starting from 1 to 9. So until there only we generally learn the divisibility rules. So let's get started. So we are starting with 2 because we know that 1 is divisible by all the numbers. So let's read. Divisibility rule of 2. If the last digit of a number is even, then the original number is divisible by 2. So let's take the example of a number. Suppose 24. The last digit, which is the ones digit, if that number is even, if it is even, 4 is an even number, then the original number, which is 24, is divisible by 2. So thus it is divisible by 2. Next, let's take the example of 47. The last digit, which is the ones digit, is an odd number. So thus the original number is not divisible by 2. In this case, the last digit is even. Divisibility rule of 3. Now, if the sum of all the digits in a number is a multiple of 3 or divisible by 3, the original number is divisible by 3. Let's take the example of 363. Now we're going to be adding all these 3 digits. 3 plus 6 plus 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So now, is 12 a multiple of 3? Yes. 12 is a multiple of 3. So now this original number, which is 363, is divisible by 3. Another example is suppose 374. Let's add all of these 3. 3 plus 7, 10 plus 4, 14. Is 14 a multiple of 3? No. So thus 374, this original number, is not divisible by 3. Now let's go to the divisibility rule of 4. If the last 2 digits of a number is divisible, if the last 2 digits of a number is divisible by 4, then the original number is divisible by 4. So suppose let's take the example of 124. The last 2 digits, which is these two, 24, 4, 6, 24 is 4 into 6. So if 24 is divisible by 4, which means the last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then the whole number, the original number 124, is divisible by 4. Let's take another example, 128. The last 2 digits, 28. 28 is not divisible by 4 or neither is a multiple of 4. So thus the original number 128 is not divisible by 4. The next, divisibility rule of 5. If the last digit of any number is either 5 or 0, then the original number is divisible by 5. How do we come to this conclusion? That only if the last number, which is the last digit of any number, is 5 or 0, then the number is divisible by 5. Let's read the 5 to 5 1 is 5, 5 2 is 10, 5 3 is 15, 5 4 is 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Now, check the digits place, the last digit of every number. You observe that either it is 5 or either it is 0. So thus we come to this conclusion that if the last digit of any number is either 5 or 0, then the number is divisible by 5. So for example, 27, the last digit is neither 5 nor 0. So thus the 27 is not divisible by 5. So for example, let's take the example of 475. The last digit or the digits place is 5. It should be 5 or 0, right? So then it is 5. So thus the original number 575 is divisible by 5. Divisibility rule of 6. 6 is very easy. If you know the divisibility rule of 2 and 3, you will get to know the divisibility rule of 6. So let me show you how to do that. If the original number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is also divisible by 6. 2 and 3. Suppose let's take the example of 336. Now how do you test the divisibility rule of 2? The last number should be an even number. 6 is even. Now, for the divisibility rule of 3, you check by adding all these. 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 6 12. And now 12 is a multiple of 3. So thus 336 is also divisible by 3. So now 336 is divisible by 6. Let's take the example of 344 maybe. Okay. Now the 4, the digits in it is even. So thus it is divisible by 2. Now let's add all of this. 344. 3 plus 8, 11. 11 is not a multiple of 3. So now it is not happy with the case of 3. So thus the 344 is not divisible by 6. So let's move on to divisibility rule of 7. Double the last digit of the number and subtract it with the remaining numbers. If the number is divisible by 7, then the original number is divisible by 7. Now, let's take the example of 455. So, how do you do it? They said us to double the last digit. So, you're going to double this digit, 5 into 2, and subtract it with the remaining numbers, which is 45 minus 10, which is 35. If that number is divisible by 7, then the original number is divisible by 7. Now 7 into 5 is 35. So the number 455 is divisible by 7. Let's take the example of another number, 33. Now we're going to double the last digit. 3 into 2, 6. Now 23 minus 6, which is 17. Is 17 a multiple of 7? No. So thus the original number 233 is not divisible by 7. Let's move on to the divisibility rule of 8. Now this 8, the divisibility rule of this number 8 is similar to the divisibility rule of 4. So let's take the example of the number 17216. If the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the original number is divisible by 8. So let's take the example of 17216. So the last 3 digits, which is 2, 1 and 6. If that digit is divisible by 8, then the whole number is divisible by 8. Now 216 divided by 8. 216 is 27 times 8. Let's multiply it and check. 27 into 8. 8 sevens are 8. 50. 6. Now 8 twos are 16. 16 plus 5, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 216. So you got that number 216. And thus 17216 is divisible by 8. Now, the divisibility rule of 9. If the sum of all the digits in a number is a multiple of 9 or either divisible by 9, then the original number is divisible by 9. Okay, so do you remember one more divisibility rule that is very similar to 9? It is nothing but 3. Okay, the difference between the divisibility rule of 3 and 9 is that in 9, the multiple should be of 9 but not of 3. So let's check out the divisibility rule of 99. 9 plus 9, 18. So 9 into 2 is 18. So thus this number is divisible by 9. Let's take the example of 128 maybe. Okay, 1 plus 2 plus 8. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 8, 11. 11 is not a multiple of 9. So thus 128 is not divisible by 9. And thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share and subscribe if you want to. It means a lot to me. And comment down below done. I will try to respond to all of you guys. And thanks for watching. Bye.